What's up, Red Wings fans? Welcome to another edition of the Forecheck, live from Little Caesars Arena. I'm Daniella Bruce, and as always, joined by Ken Kale, Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer. Ken, we're back after Sunday's loss to LA, but I gotta tell you, the one positive thing you can take away from that loss, Filip Zadina with another goal. He now has 7 points in 7 games, and that is his second goal in 2 games.
Yeah, he's certainly playing with a lot of confidence, isn't he? And boy, it looks like it too. And he's been dangerous on the power play, and I think at times he was guilty of holding the stick a little bit too tight. But one thing about goal scorers, Daniella, is once they start getting those pucks to go in the net, they get a little more comfortable, they get a lot of confidence, and that's how he's playing right now, so that's good to see. And
correction, that was his second goal in 3 games, but this is the LA goal. This was on Sunday. He kind of buries the rebound from Madison Bowie.
Yeah, Madison Bowie's been playing pretty good too since his recall. 1 goal, 1 assist. But I really like the way Zadina's been playing. He's certainly looking like a guy right now that really wants to be with the Red Wings, doesn't want to go down to Grand Rapids, and wants to be here for the rest of the season.
And Ken, you have to notice his numbers on the power play. He's contributing there with 4 points so far.
Yep, 4 points, and again, I think he makes his line mates better out there too, and he's just a dangerous player when he's out there, especially on the power play.
Definitely. So Zadina playing well, and we've got to talk about the Red Wings' recent roster moves. Jonathan Ericsson has been placed on IR. Jimmy Howard has been, he was down in Grand Rapids. They're looking at a conditioning stint with them. And then we've got Brian Lashoff recalled from Grand Rapids. Doesn't look like he is in the lineup tonight. But Ken, what do you think of this overall?
Well, it's good to see Jimmy Howard go back to Grand Rapids. Actually, they're out in California playing, and then they have a game in Iowa. So I think with skaters, forwards, defensemen, you can kind of ease them into the lineup. Not so with goaltenders. Goaltenders got to get in there, and they got to get some action. They got to see some shots. So I think it's great for Jimmy Howard to get back in between the pipes, face some shots, and get ready for possibly maybe the game against Arizona here on Sunday. Jonathan Ericsson, a little banged up right now. He won't be in the lineup. And the thing about Lashoff, he won't play tonight. You're right, Daniella. But he's a pro's pro, and they can call him up, insert him in the lineup, and he won't miss a beat back there on the blue line.
And we'll talk a little bit more about Grand Rapids. Some good things happening there, too. Taro Hirose has been playing well for the Griffins. We saw him struggle a little bit with the Red Wings this season after being really good at the end of last season. But now he has 4 points in 5 games with the Griffins, and you can see him getting the goal there. He has 2 goals on December 13th. That's where this game was.
And you're seeing the confidence with him, too. I think he lost it a little bit when he was playing up here. He was a healthy scratch a couple of times, just like Filip Zadina. You know, he was in Grand Rapids, he got his confidence back, and it's good to see that he's contributing. And when you play in all different types of situations, and when you score goals when the game's on the line, like that overtime goal, it really boosts your confidence level. So I really hope that he continues to play well, and hopefully he'll be back with the Red Wings very soon.
Is that what you see for his near future, Ken? Kind of get some playing time in Grand Rapids, build that confidence, and then hopefully be back in Detroit?
Yeah, I think so. And the thing is the Red Wings have faced a lot of injury problems this season. I think they've got 139 man games lost to injury, and there's always going to be banged up bodies just because of the way the schedule is. So hopefully he can contribute in Grand Rapids, come up here and contribute with the Red Wings when he is called up.
Well, let's switch gears, Ken, because we've got another game here tonight. The Columbus Blue Jackets are in town, and Carly Johnston has more from practice.
Thanks, Daniella. Carly Johnston here in the locker room after the Red Wings morning skate. They're playing host to the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight, who are coming off of a win last night at home. Though their road record is not great, so the Red Wings are hoping to capitalize on that and get a win tonight. The Blue Jackets aren't very hot when they play away games, so you guys want to take advantage of that and build off of that?
For sure. We know they played last night, and I think we got to make sure we're focused and everyone's dialed in right when the puck drops. I think we need a full team effort here tonight against a team like this, and I know we're definitely looking forward to it and definitely ready to go.
Well, I just think is being battle ready as you can be to come in, and I'm trying to think of the last one we had. I think every game presents its own challenges, but the advantage of the team that's played the night before is they're battle tested. Certainly in Columbus's case, they didn't have a hard travel day, so our hard travel nights they were down here fine. So there's not huge disadvantages sometimes when you're sleep deprived or the physical energy sometimes, but at the end of the day, we got to go out. We got to make sure we're ready from the drop of the puck, and because they're going to be battle ready.
Tonight's game marks Gustav Nyquist's first time returning to Little Caesars Arena since being traded. And in other news, DeKeyser had back surgery today, and it looks like he's going to be out for a good portion of the season. So hopefully the Red Wings can rally together tonight and get a win for him. Back to you, Daniella.
Thank you, Carly. And Ken, you heard her say Danny DeKeyser underwent back surgery today and will probably miss a good majority of the season, if not the whole season. That's a big loss for the Red Wings.
It certainly is, Daniela. And the thing about Danny DeKeyser is he means so much to this blue line core. And this blue line core has been decimated with injuries all season long. And the Red Wings were counting on Danny DeKeyser to come in and really play a big portion of the blue line back there and really want to be a mainstay back there along with everybody else like Trevor Daley. He's been hurt, and it's just been one injury after another for the Detroit Red Wings back there on the blue line. So hopefully he can mend well. Don't know if he'll be back for the rest of the season, but hopefully the surgery will be good for Danny DeKeyser, and he'll be 100% healthy and ready to go when he can.
And really, he played 8 games this season with the Red Wings, and he looked really good in those 8 games that he did play.
He certainly did, and again, injuries are just something that players just hate, and
right.
The later in the season you go, and then you have to rehab in the off season when that's your downtime. That's something that players don't want to go through, and certainly Danny DeKeyser, he's going to have some time to get back into game shape, and like I said, hopefully if it's not by the end of the season, he'll be able to work over the summertime and get ready for next year.
Well, we're wishing Danny DeKeyser the best in recovering from this surgery, and we hope to see him back as soon as possible. As we talked about, the Blue Jackets are in town tonight, and Carly mentioned Gus Nyquist making his return to Little Caesars Arena. So we've got Nyquist to watch out for, who leads the team with 21 points, and we've also got Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's second with 20 points.
Yeah, Nyquist, 295 points in his career with the Detroit Red Wings, and he scored some big goals already this season for John Tortorella's club. And the thing about Nyquist, too, is when we were in Columbus back in November, John Tortorella was talking about using Nyquist in all different situations, including penalty killing. So he's showing a lot of trust in him. And Pierre-Luc Dubois, 21 years old, has got even numbers, as you see on the graphic, 10 goals, 10 assists for 20 points, and he's second in team scoring, and he adds a lot of offense to their club. And they've been offensively challenged this year, so whenever you see a guy like Nyquist and Dubois putting up numbers, Cam Atkinson as well, they're doing something pretty good.
And you mentioned those 3, and they've got Oliver Bjorkstrand, who put up 2 goals last night. The Columbus Blue Jackets played last night, and they shut out the Washington Capitals. So they played really well last night. Bjorkstrand is another guy that the Red Wings are going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, and Korpisalo, too. I don't know if he's going to start in goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight, but they beat the Washington Capitals twice in an 8-day span, and that's something that's very difficult to do. I think the Capitals only lost 8 games this season, so the Blue Jackets have done that twice, so they got their number. But in goal, Korpisalo was everything last night, stopped all 30 shots, and Capitals were really testing him, but he came up big for the Blue Jackets.
So we've got the Blue Jackets in town tonight, Ken. They are not great on the road, and they're on the second half of a back-to-back. How are the Red Wings going to take advantage of this situation?
Well, the thing about Columbus is that they're battle-tested, and they'll come out strong. So the Red Wings have to come out with a really good effort right from the get-go and match the intensity that the Columbus Blue Jackets will bring. But I think as the game goes along, teams that played the following night and had to travel, they get a little bit tired, so the Red Wings can maybe, they're rested themselves. They didn't play or practice yesterday, so as the game goes on, I would imagine that the Red Wings will get stronger. But again, a good start is important for the Red Wings in this game tonight.
Definitely looking for a great start. And fans, if you're coming down here, remember Puck Drop is at 7:30 tonight. And if you're not coming down, you can catch that game on Fox Sports Detroit, or you can tune into 97.1 The Ticket and listen to your very own Ken Kal.
There you go.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.